Coffee, cinema, conversations. Like, share, subscribe.
Most of the combination movies, if you think now, I mean, none of them are watchable and they have not aged well, and there are a lot of problematic themes that are discussed, which was passed off as normal characters. We feel or we perceived in the past that they are good, but actually they are flawed. What do you think about Ross and Rachel? Because this topic of, people, characters who are good but they are actually flawed, there's like a lot of discussion on, if Ross and Rachel were the right people for each other, because the way they stretched the whole relationship till the end of the last episode of the last season. What do you think?
I mean, the whole Friends is rested on Ross and Rachel, right?
No, I think it's also about Monica and Chandler.
No, not really. Ross and Rachel are the it couple in that series. It's completely rested on them. I saw Friends long back. Okay, I don't enjoy it so much now. Back in the day, I enjoyed. So I know
Also,
through and
I
through.
noticed something that both of them have same initials also. Ross Geller RG, Rachel Greene RG. I don't know, they did it purposely or I don't know. It happened accidentally. I'm not sure.
So here's the thing, right? Both are not sorted out.
Super toxic. They want each other, but once they are with each other, they just don't know how to handle the
Yeah, I mean,
relationship.
it's like that's what they're saying, right? They know how to get into one. They don't know how to maintain one.
She wants things a certain way, he needs things a certain way, and they just
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
match.
that is one side. Look, those kind of differences, are still okay. What I'm saying is for me, see, if you think about it, he is insecure.
Very.
Because of what happened, he's extremely insecure right from the first season. This very, wimpy sort of a guy. And, you know, it's like, I don't know, to be honest, that's when Rachel's character also gets introduced, right? It didn't seem like he fell for her so much as he was trying to find a replacement in his head. Immediately she walks in and she's like, oh, okay, my wife, she left me. Rachel seems like a good option.
It's like his old, like the crush he had on her. It kind of rekindled. He didn't, but I think the first season was a good. But they didn't start dating in the first season. It's just the whole first season they were just talking to each other.
No, but he was interested, right? That's how they show it. He was interested, and that brings to the point, right? He's getting jealous about if she talks to some guy or
Yeah, he
that one
was.
Italian
Yeah,
guy she talks to, all that, and then she finds out, right? He comes back. Now he comes back with a girl. Suddenly he's forgotten, and his reason what he gives is like, oh, it doesn't seem like it's working. So I'm like, I don't know. It seems like you replace your ex-wife with Rachel. You saw nothing is happening with it, then you replace it with another girl. And in the meantime, Rachel starts acting all like jealous. I'm like, why? You just found out through someone else. Okay, he has feelings for you. So if anything, more than having some kind of affection or anything, she just became weirdly possessive.
it's not that you developed feelings organically.
Like just because she is her best friend's brother. Like I don't know, it doesn't seem like a very sound logic thing. Then this for me, that's what when I think back, it's like yeah, they're just so like messed up like that. They're so jealous, so possessive.
I have rewatched Friends many times, and mostly it is only because I've only watched it for Chandler, Monica, Joey, and Phoebe. Because a lot of times I don't want to watch a lot of Ross and Rachel parts, because I mean they are genuinely, both of them, they are genuinely very, very toxic. The first person to be toxic is Ross, because he keeps talking about his work, 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 and how everybody should take his work seriously because he takes his work seriously. And the moment Rachel starts working and Rachel starts giving time to her job, because this is something she always wanted, work in fashion, he was just not able to understand that. When I watched it recently, like, it it made me angry. Like, dude, you give your job so much attention. Like, if you think about it, their first official date was in Ross's museum because he got a call, you know, from the museum. Oh, I have to go there, and she happily obliged. But the moment he saw that, she is getting, busy with her work, she has her life outside of their relationship, something, he just couldn't fathom that. And I'm like, my God, how insecure are you? I mean, you should be happy for her that, she's progressing, she's heading somewhere, in the direction where she wanted to. But he was just not happy for her. He just had this idea that, I think it's something to do with his childhood also, because he had a crush on her since they were very young. So I think he had this idea of her, of who she is, who she should be. But because she was completely turning out to be different, that started bothering him, and that started affecting the relationship, and that led to the infamous breakup.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, everything seemed okay when she was just working as a barista. And then when she started working in fashion, like technically he even mocked her field also. Dude, just because you don't understand it, or maybe it's not as important as it is for you, it doesn't mean it's for everyone else. See, just because you're so, you got a thing for dinosaurs, it doesn't mean everyone else has got a thing for dinosaurs. Okay, so really, see, that becomes to the point, right? Like how he's so petulant. He keeps insisting and he tries to hammer his point. Like that whole thing where he had that argument with Phoebe about evolution. Right.
And I liked how Phoebe put her foot down and, made him, think the otherwise. I mean, that's how you're supposed to deal with guys like him.
Yeah, yeah, and when he did fold, then she flipped that also. She's like, wait, I thought, I had some respect until now. Now you abandoned your all belief system. Now I can't take you seriously also. Like that.
I think that was supposed to be the funny part, but
Yeah,
I'm guessing the part
yeah.
before that was, was she was the one who she messed with him and she stood up to him.
No, see, that is the thing. No, so even he mocks all this, and then imagine like, fine, it's her birthday, but she's busy. She's saying that, okay, technically her birthday
It's not birthday; it's their anniversary.
anniversary, right, yeah, sorry. So I get it, yeah, it is a deal, okay, fine. But you see, you're also working, she's also, and she's saying like, I'll be held up, whatever. We'll plan something later, okay. And he gets that whole thing about, oh, anniversary is not going to come in that day, our anniversary is this day, and it's not another day, kind of like how you're with your birthday stuff. So I get that point, okay. I get it, him being like insisting that we need to plan, okay, I get that, okay. But then my God, the shit he pulls all after that, sending things to her office and having that whole barricade stuff and all that.
Oh my God, dude, that is anxiety-inducing stuff.
Like honestly, how she says is right. It's like you could have just come and peed all over my desk.
And mark your territory.
And that breakup, all that thing happened. After that breakup happened, then whatever they're trying to, they get very, like so bad. They're getting so confrontational with each other.
But Rachel herself is very toxic. I'm sorry. She never moved on from him.
The whole thing about Bonnie, Phoebe's that friend. Oh, the way she starts getting jealous and like you said, she's a bald chick, whatever. And I'm like, okay, fine. You broke up with him, and you say that okay, if you're a good whatever ex or a friend, you want him to be happy, whatever, and that's what he's trying to do. Then why are you like trying to sabotage things or like I don't know, even blame Phoebe for that? That girl came all the way just to spend time with him, and she's thinking, oh, we are like sort of dating. Maybe not relationship, but we are dating. So technically, he's done the same thing what he did before. What I find an issue at that time was Rachel puts the blame for that relationship ending completely on him. And I'm like, no. Maybe most of it.
No, I genuinely feel Ross messed up. He shouldn't have slept with that girl.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that part. That part, yeah, Ross missed.
When you break up, okay, and you're cooling off, okay, you should not be going and sleeping with some other person immediately. I honestly hated Rachel when she tried to go to Ross's wedding and trying to stop. Oh my God, Oh my god, I was so angry. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? It is so insensitive. It was so obvious Ross was in love with Emily. It was so obvious. He really tried his best to make that, that relationship and then marriage work, and she didn't help at all if she was trying to be a friend. She was not. She added to the misery.
How they handle their arguments or the way they handle their conversations, right? Fine. At least, the way they used to talk, that fights and all those things, right, which they had regarding whatever her work and all. It didn't help from her side also how she spoke so much. The way how she was, I guess she's trying to hold her position. It just became like a debate. It's not an argument, and they're not trying to discuss things out. So that way, sort of make you understand, make the other person understand where they're coming. But for the most part, yeah, Ross messed up over there, right? And I get that because up until then she was acting all like normal. Yeah, it is. It is so insensitive. She acted okay for the most part. Oh, he's whatever. And to some extent, I feel like she was a bit overconfident. Like, no, Ross won't go through it and no, he will just back out. But then it actually happened and it was going on. And then she just freaks out and she just goes and all. Okay, that is weird. See, honestly, some people at that time I've heard, they used to have a problem with, her name is Emily, right? She said, oh, you have to cut contacts with everyone and all that. Yeah, to be honest, I don't blame her. Because
I don't blame
look at
her.
what happened and look at that history. Like, you genuinely think, like she should be just okay. I mean, look, is it like a good move for her? Like, to be honest, fundamentally, it just shows they don't trust each other.
But that was very hypocritical of Ross, like telling Emily to trust him. But then when it came to, when Rachel and Ross were together, and he was just not willing to, agree to the fact that Mark and Rachel, nothing was going on. He was just not trusting anything.
That is a basic issue over there. Okay, but setting aside that, I don't think it was extremely unreasonable of her. If I have to trust you, you have to do things to prove me. But the other way around, just accept it. I don't do all that. He's not going to prove you. He's not going to put any effort. That's it. It's a very one-sided way of doing things. So then from there it goes again. For me, I don't know, one scene which always I remember how Rachel was so messed up with, uh, that when he goes to the toy store, that store girl starts hitting on him, and my god, dude, literally she cock blocked him. And not only that, not only did she cock block him, she even like properly like sort of put him down, disrespected what he does, and I'm like, what? I mean, seriously, like, so, but by that point, it's just so weird. It was just so weird. Like, why she did that?
What also I didn't like about Ross's character was they had a moment before when Rachel goes into labor, where there is a moment where we realize like maybe they will get back together, and he has his mother's wedding ring with him. Like it is understood that maybe this is leading up to that, and he kind of forgets that she's just had a baby. Okay, she's very emotional right now because hormones are kicking in. I mean, she thought Joey was proposing and she just said yes because she is hormonal. I mean, come on, it's so easy. I mean, Ross is a father, so when she's trying to say that, at this point I would have said yes to anybody. Instead of understanding where that emotion is coming from, Ross took that as an ego thing, like, oh, but I'm not just somebody. I'm like, but dude, but she just had your child. You had a, I mean, how can you take this upon your ego, and you don't want to be treated as somebody here?
They're really toxic to each other, and they're like really like they're very vicious to each other.
Oh, they're very vicious, and somehow that is passed off as love for each other. It's so bizarre.
Individually, they have their own issues, and then it's like when they just compounds.
I don't think if they ever get married, their marriage is gonna last. I'm damn sure about that because they are so different. At least even by the end of the show, like Rachel is so career driven, and and she's willing to be that single mom also. What do you have in mind?
Very recently, I just saw that just saw a scene on YouTube from the movie Kal Ho Naa Ho.
Kal Ho Naa Ho. Oh man, that movie made me cry buckets.
Here's what I was thinking, right? I just saw one scene and I saw the movie long back. Technically, Aman, he is a douchebag. Here's my reason. Okay, here's what I'm saying. He goes, right? They're showing him as he's going to US. Okay, presumably he's going there to get treatment for okay, for his illness. He goes and he befriends that one girl who doesn't want to be bothered in life. She's had kind of a very, not kind of, she had a tough upbringing and all that. Not a very good childhood years and all that, right? So she's sort of like written off things like love, relationship, marriage, everything. She's kind of written it off. Now, he meets her, he knows this is how she is, and then he pursues her, he chases her, goes, breaks through that barrier, that wall, and starts making her feel things. And she does. She does, get what feelings for him. She falls for him. She goes and tells him he rejects her. Then he throws that whole, oh, I'm married, another whatever wife and all that stuff. He breaks her heart. And then that girl, who already had a weird sort of an upbringing, he took her out of that, broke her again. Then she's back to that, whatever that vortex. He's pulling her out again, and then he's trying to play Cupid with whatever Naina and whatever Saif Ali Khan's character. I'm like, dude, literally, I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the background music and the whole heart illness thing, Aman is the saddest dude.
Dude, you know what? You're gonna get so much. I never thought I never thought that I'll hear this version of Kal Ho Naa Ho, which makes so much sense. Oh my god, I don't think I can watch that movie again. When you say it, because because the way you're saying it, he led her on, he broke her heart, and then he's pushing the other guy to.
I'm just saying, like, why? She's playing Cupid for the next guy, who, by the way, that is what he should have done ideally in the first place. He knows she's sort of the, yeah. So, try to work things out between them, no? Because he's the one guy she was comfortable talking to. Like, Saif Ali Khan. So, instead of trying and making something work with that.
Also, he kind of misled Saif Ali Khan's character also, whose name is Rohit, by the way. Also, I thought Saif Ali Khan's character was very genuine in the movie. I mean, he kind of misled him also by keeping him in the dark about how he felt for Naina. I mean, that's a very messed up trio.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. He is the proper genuine guy. And even look, he didn't cross anything. He was letting her know. And honestly, to some extent, I can probably say this, that Naina knew, like, yeah, Saif's character has some feelings for me, but she didn't budge. So she also technically fell for the whole Aman's that larger than life things and show and all that.
You know, I have a word for that, what he was doing to her. Love bombing.
He was love bombing her, doing things. He did all that, and at the end, how do they absolve Aman? Oh yeah, he's going to die. So let's give like a good 20-25 minute climax scene.
Crier. Oh, I have cried buckets watching that movie.
This is like sometimes when I hear like, some places, some women will sit and say like, oh, guys will do this, they'll make a move or they will show hints and they'll do this. And then when we reciprocate, they just play dead. Ayyo, ഞാനൊന്നും അറിഞ്ഞില്ല, രാമ നാരായണ എനിക്കൊന്നും അറിയില്ല, like that. What are you doing, dude? Rohit knows that she likes him, and then he breaks. Then he tries to patch things up, and he knows like that I am her second choice. He knows that also, and
but he's nice. He's a nice guy actually. He's the actual nice guy in the movie, not Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah, Rohit is him.
Now when you put it that way, like he had good intentions.
The movie proved the most weird point, which is nice guys finish last.
No, but he did get the girl, so nice guys get the girl.
That's what he got it last. That's the whole point. So anyway, now I feel like this is what I'm saying. That movie, people I think they didn't notice so much because one, it was all like very emotional, nice music, everything. Second, Shah Rukh Khan. That's all. Because it was Shah Rukh Khan and his, how he does all those emotional scenes. Like hands down, he's like I think the one of the best guys to do that. He's a nice crier. Like I don't know, like people like I don't know. I think like him, like Mammootty and all, like they're so good at crying. Movie Kal Ho Naa Ho, when I now think like dude, that is so messed up, dude. Like how all have can you like literally how can you break someone? I mean, look, at least I feel like maybe some of the other movies, um, the acts they do, it's there. You can see it, so it's easy. But I feel like with Aman, it was very subtle because everyone was so focused on that. Oh, Aman, and then oh that you know. So no one like paid so much attention to it, and then suddenly, oh, I have a heart disease and all that. I'm like, okay, sure, man, because you have a life-threatening ailment, that doesn't give you the license to be, like a dead shit and just start ruining someone else's life. Maybe don't do that.
Holy, I cannot watch that movie again, I guess. Now, when you put it that way, my god, it's breaking my heart too. Like, I don't think I can watch that movie again, or watch, for that matter, even listen to any of their songs. But if you think about it, Hindi movies, are like, they have a lot of characters like Aman's character, which is passed off as the good person, but actually, if you introspect further, dig deeper, that person is highly problematic. But if you want to open that chapter is fucking endless. Dude, you'll find a lot of Hindi movies like that, yeah. Like just a, like a problematic guy, passed off as, the good guy.